The main gods in the Phoenician pantheon were Baal, Astarte, Melqart, Eshmun, and Baal was the god of storms and fertility. Astarte was the goddess of love and war, Melqart was associated with Heracles in Greek mythology, Eshmun was the god of healing, and El was the chief deity also known as the father of gods. Baal was one of the most important gods in the Phoenician pantheon. He was the god of storms and fertility, and was often depicted holding a thunderbolt. Baal was considered to be a powerful and fearsome deity, and was often invoked by the Phoenicians to bring rain and ensure the fertility of their crops. The worship of Baal was central to the religious practices of the Phoenicians, and he was often depicted in their art and sculpture. Astarte was another significant deity in the Phoenician pantheon. She was the goddess of love and war, and was often associated with fertility and the protection of women. Astarte was also worshipped by the Phoenicians as a powerful and benevolent deity, and her cult was widespread throughout the ancient world. In Greek mythology, Astarte was often equated with the goddess Aphrodite, and her worship was influential in the development of the cult of the love goddess in the ancient Mediterranean. Melqart was the Phoenician god of Tyre, and was associated with the Greek hero Heracles. Melqart was worshipped as a protector of the city and a patron of sailors and traders. He was often depicted in Phoenician art and sculpture as a powerful and heroic figure, and his cult was influential in the religious practices of the Phoenicians. Eshmun was the god of healing in the Phoenician pantheon. He was often worshipped as a benevolent and compassionate deity, and his cult was influential in the religious practices of the Phoenicians. Eshmun was often depicted in Phoenician art and sculpture as a youthful and handsome figure, and his worship was widespread throughout the ancient world. El, also known as Ilunk, was the chief deity in the Phoenician pantheon. He was often referred to as the father of gods, and was worshipped as a powerful and all-encompassing deity. El was considered to be the creator and ruler of the universe, and his cult was central to the religious practices of the Phoenicians. El was often depicted in Phoenician art and sculpture as a wise and benevolent figure, and his worship was influential in the development of religious thought in the ancient Mediterranean. In conclusion, the gods of Phoenicia, including Baal, Astarte, Melqart, Eshmun, and El, were central to the religious practices of the ancient Phoenician civilization. These deities were worshipped as powerful and benevolent figures, and their cults were widespread throughout the ancient world. The worship of these gods was influential in the development of religious thought and practice in the ancient Mediterranean, and their influence can still be seen in the art, literature, and mythology of the region.